organic content, the organisms will start dying. See, the minimum organic content that is needed to boil soil as soil according to UN agencies is 3%. 3%.
That's how much soil needs to be organic content?
That is the minimum organic content that should be there in the soil. But the shame is not a single nation, not even one single nation on this planet has 3% average organic content across their lands, not even one. The highest is 2.4% in northwestern Europe, southern Europe is 1.1%, United States is 1.25%, Africa is 0.03%.
Oh man.
India is 0.62%. This is death. Most agencies are saying we only have another 60 harvests left, not years, harvests left.
Wow. Because there'll be nothing in the soil to make any more food. I wonder if, because sometimes I wonder if like some of these like forward thinkers and these larger corporations that buy up a lot of the land and farmland, if they know that, if they're like planning ahead, Like instead of fixing the problem though and
they're trying to exploit the problem.
Yeah. Like instead of getting our soil better, people would rather, well, let's find something we can eat that we don't have to grow in the soil,
See, there is no such thing as growing elsewhere, do you understand? For all that,
I believe it.
The basis is in nature, all right? We can reproduce that, we can use it in so many different ways. But you can't completely produce something out of nothing.
Yeah.
There's no such thing. So, organisms are not just for food, our very body is organisms. Right now, why all these immune issues, psychological issues is, the life material is collapsing, but the first one that collapses is the psychological, the software. The software is collapsing.
Yeah.
Hardware is also becoming weak. Our immune systems are not as they were some time ago. Well, in this, apart from the soil being like that, there is a lot of alcohol usage, drugs, especially in teenage period when people are growing up, alcohol, this, that, smoke, various things just weakening. There's substantial studies to show during a growing period, those who consume these things, their ability to get into depressive states, their ability to lose balance over their mind is very, very high. In UK, so many studies have been done which clearly show this, that the amount of depression which is there in those who have used these things when they were very young, when the brain was still growing.
Oh, that's Ireland. That's mostly Ireland, probably.
No, UK generally.
Is it
in
all
London.
of them?
London is a hotbed for everything.
But so obviously, so if this, man, there's a lot of things to think about. So we're not getting the proper nutrients that we need. So you think that contributes to some of the anxiety that people are dealing with these days, like the younger generation? I guess it makes sense if they're not properly nourished, then how will you be able to create a stable environment inside of yourself, right?
100%. See, many studies shows this. If you, in 1920s, that's a little over a century ago, if you ate one California orange, what you got from that? Today, if you have to get the same amount of nutrition, you have to eat 8 oranges.
Oh.
Have you eaten 8 oranges any one day?
No.
You will turn orange. Your blood won't be red, it'll become orange.
Yeah. Oh man, I would hate eating 8 oranges. It would take you half the day. It would take you an hour and a half.
The United States, west of Mississippi, these are all grasslands, the prairie. We plowing them deep 14, 15 inches with a machine, all right, with a tractor. The once you plow the grassland, the reason why it's grassland, why there are no trees in that part of the country, because it's wind-blown. My experience, the people, they have traveled with me when I rode motorcycle across the western part of the United States, the biggest problem is the wind.
Yeah.
I'm riding a heavy motorcycle which is over 360 kilograms, but it goes like this because the wind is so strong. That's why there are no trees, because it's wind blown. So in this, if you plow 14, 16 inches, all the soil, topsoil is flying away. You've heard of the dust bowls of the past. Even recently it happened in Illinois.
انا send the whole
I
fucking
was
country
just
to
talking
pension.
about
resources like must I'm in pension. I should stop football.
there's such 20 million tons of soil.
And I scored the 2
Land
goals.
was not sitting. The tall enough building stopped. So much soil. I said, what foolishness is this? You're just looking at 1 million tons of soil which the New York City building stopped. What about probably
That
a
was-
trillion tons of soil which went into Atlantic? Because you plowed the prairie so deep. It's a grassland. Grassland means it's windblown.
It's just blowing it off. Yeah, I think it's just we don't care enough. I guess I don't know. It's tough.
No, everybody says I'm Generation Z, because they think they're the last generation.
Right? They're passing along the problem.
No, no. See, when you say Z, that means the final thing, right?
Oh, it's true. Huh?
I say,
This is it.
I'm Generation Z means I'm the final generation.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I guess we don't have a strategy for after this. That's what it sounds like.
No, we can still turn it around. I don't know if you have heard of the Safe Soil movement, so you're right.
Save soil. No. Save our soil. Save soil.
Safe soil.
Okay.
As a part of changing the policy, because this can't be fixed. See, if I say this, especially in California, I started speaking and they say, okay, I'll go and fix my kitchen wall. You fixing your kitchen wall is very appreciated, but it's not a solution. Solution will happen only when the policy changes as to how we use our soil. Soil is not a resource. Soil is a legacy that's come to us from previous generations. It's our business to see that it goes to next generation, if not better condition, at least the way they gave it to us. At least that much. But we are finishing it off, all right? 52% of the agricultural soils are already degraded.
And why, do you think that's just a mindset that we have? I guess like you're saying, it's like we've reached Generation Z. Maybe nobody's thinking about soil as a legacy. They're just thinking about what can I get.
See, let me tell you this. I'm not a scientist.
Yeah, I'm not.
People but I've spoken to various agro sciences conferences and stuff. They ask me, Sadhguru, how do you? I said, I'm a worm. I'm like a worm, I'm crawling on this land as a life. And I know what's happening to me. By being in various situations, what happens to me, I'm conscious and sensitive enough to know what's happening to me. So, because we are not living in this universe, we are manufactured in the universities, unfortunately these days. Only information, no experience of anything.
Yeah.
There is no experience of anything. If you go out, most people don't know what's the temperature. They will look in their phone, what is the temperature? Arey, your body is there,
Yeah.
you must know what's the temperature.
Yeah, you're a thermostat.
But they don't even know whether they're hungry or not. They will look at how many calories they ate today.
I know.
I'm saying information, no profoundness of experience about anything, from simple things to complex things, I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because of this, we have arrived at this, we do one thing and forget the other thing, all bits and pieces of doing things. So you won't believe it, in what is COP26? Glasgow, 2022. Safe soil is 22, no? Yes. 2022 January is Glasgow in,
Scotland?
Scotland.
Oh yeah, I like Scotland.
You like Scotland?
Yeah, I like Scottish people.
You're a golfer?
Uh,
Are you Scottish?
I'm not a good golfer yet, but I like the Scots. Just because they've just been through a lot.
Because you don't understand what they say.
That helps. You can just kind of go like this, you know? It's good.
They speak the same language so differently.
Yeah. I got to visit India one time. I went to Madras, I think.
I'll tell you about India later. We'll finish this soil
Okay.
business. So in Glasgow, COP26 happened, which is all the countries meet, the nations' representatives meet.
COP26 it's called?
Yeah, this is a UN agency.
Okay.
It's called UNCCC for climate and whatever.
Okay.
So a lot of all the environment ministers, some prime ministers, presidents, everybody are there for this meeting. So after this is over, 15 days they met and this is over this, I asked some of the environment ministers, what have we decided about soil? They said, soil? What about soil? I said, no discussion about soil. He said, no. Those who were there for full 15 days, they're saying the word soil was not mentioned.
Wow.
Then I started a campaign. I rode a motorcycle from London to southern India, 27 nations, 30,000 kilometers in 100 days.
Man,
They thought I will die, but I didn't see, here I am.
that's some wind burn, huh?
Even now I came on a motorcycle.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
From Macmanwell.
So you guys did that to raise awareness.
Not awareness, to change the policy in the nation. So we signed memorandum of understanding, MOUs with various countries, and European Union has done its work in terms of changing
Darmi
policies.
pension, I should stop
But still
football.
it is too slow. See, the political process
And
in
I
a
scored the 2
democracy
goals.
is so slow. You will be… I mean, this is not a popular thing to say. We ran these campaigns across. In 100 days, we touched 3.9 billion people on the planet through social media and everything. With that kind of… once the democratic leaders see that kind of support, they want to do something about it. So, Europeans started talking about it and making some changes. It has to be implemented, at least beginning to enter their policy. Well, in Middle Eastern countries, they are doing a lot, but they are in a bad land, it's a desert land. They're trying to do their best. India, a lot of changes have happened. Implementation still slow, but at least in law, changes have happened. But you won't believe, we ran a very low-level campaign in China. But the Chinese are doing the best in this.
Really?
Yes.
They have a lot of soil land over there.
The thing is, I'm not speaking against democracy, but democracy has to be… democracy is a wonderful thing when people are conscious and focused towards one thing. When democracy becomes a business by itself, well, get any simple thing done, it'll take 10 years of debate and discussion and political bombing against each other. What needs to happen in the country is forgotten. The individual parties and stuff goes crazy.
Yeah.
So China doesn't have that problem. They converted millions of hectares of land or millions of square kilometers of land into, tree